All right.
Metal.
Oh, that's something.
Can I get that game, which is not going to game?
Sure.
Game.
I'm done. I'm ready whenever you want.
Getting up. I like this spot on it. Like I really like it. This is happy. Is yours? Does it not like epoxy?
Well, they definitely use a ceiling on the desk. You ready? Alright. Close that up. Yeah, it's like 112. Alright, so... Oh. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, that's where I put the tap. Well, what's nice about it right there is I could just look up from what I'm doing to read chat. I don't have to. All right. All right. We're in Romans for everyone. Let's do this. Romans. Beep, 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 beep. It's just it's soothing to you. Oh yeah. See, like that's like they put a substance on here so that like it could get wet and it won't like go bad. It's like a sealant. But one thing about those but one thing about these holes is they hold in more. So what you're literally feeling there is feeling like a bucket of that stuff.
I like feeling it.
You ready? All right. Bible.
Bible.
There you go. What? Share the light. All right. But supposing you call yourself a Jew. Supposing, Romans chapter 2, 17 to 24, the claim of the Jew and its problem. But supposing you call yourself a Jew. Ooh, okay, I need to turn that down a bit. Okay, because that is distracting me and I'm having a hard time focusing on the read. Bible! 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 But supposing you call yourself a Jew. Supposing you rest your hope in the law. Supposing you celebrate the fact that God is your God and that you know what he wants and that by the law's instruction you can make appropriate moral distinctions. Supposing you believe yourself to be a guide to the blind, a light to people in darkness, a teacher of the foolish, and an instructor for children.
It's like this. If you spell coffee on it, it's gonna be fine.
of course, we're not intentionally spilling stuff on it.
Okay, still.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of electronics here.
Yeah, we don't want to go. No, my keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the monitor and my favorite mouse. To get mouse. Okay, buddy.
All because in the law you possess the outline of knowledge and truth. Well, then, if you're going to teach someone else, aren't you going to teach yourself? If you say people shouldn't steal, do you steal? If you say people shouldn't commit adultery, do you commit adultery? If you loathe idols, do you rob temples? If you boast in the law, do you dishonor God by breaking the law? This is what the Bible says. Because of you, God's name is blasphemed among the nations. So pretty much, what do you think Paul's saying? Well, he's saying, like, if you think you're so highly, are you doing things that make people go, huh, are you really that high and mighty? So it'll be like me, like,
Now, for instance, CPL.
no, it's like for me, like I say, like, you know, I stream, read the Bible, like I make that, but then the question is, like, do I compromise? Do I give some people a bad taste in their mouth when they think of God because of my actions? Like, these are very humbling things to think of. And I'm making that very personal, but here he's literally talking to people who are Jews who have the law. And so they think that they themselves and their nations are so high and mighty above the nations, but because of that pride, like, people are cursing God because of their actions. And so it's like that pride that leads to fall. You know what pride is? Pride is when you think you're better than the other. Like, into a fault where, like, you start treating the other person like they're garbage.
Yeah, of course you want to do that.
It's like the way that people treat noobs in video games. All right.
Wait, you ready? Commentary!
Commentary. Am I? You want to see how long the commentary is?
No,
Oh yeah, 1 out. In my country, the police struggle hard to maintain their credibility. It used to be quite easy. The police force had a great tradition of community service. They were known and well respected. They knew when to be gentle and let people off with a warning, and when to crack down and stop seriously criminal or dangerous behavior. Of course, there were always some who let the tradition down. So remember, he's talking about, he's Scotland, Britain, like the islands, the Western Islands. This is what he's talking about. NT Wright, yep, is not from the United States.
Wait,
But-
is it?
Nope. He's not American.
Black.
But in general, we used to trust the police. When I first traveled abroad, I found it disturbing to discover that people assumed the police were in league with organized crime and will take bribes. But in the last decade or two, things haven't been so straightforward. There have been several well-publicized cases of corruption at high levels and of officers arresting, charging, and managing to convict people they knew were innocent, simply in order to say they solved the crime. Worse, there have been persistent accusations of racism in areas where large immigrant populations are still policed by an almost entirely white force. The fact that most officers are not guilty of these failings doesn't make much difference in some areas. Trust has broken down entirely.
It feels like this is a
Yeah, it's definitely some sort of solution.
and it's really smooth for some reason.
Yeah. What makes also this wood smooth.
Better than this pair, it's not really that smooth right here. But this pair,
I mean, if you go against the grain, it won't feel smooth, but go with the grain like this.
when I go across,
Yeah.
not that smooth. Okay, ready?
But in the last decade or two, things haven't been so straightforward. There have been several well-publicized cases of corruption at high levels and of officers arresting, charging, and managing to convict people they knew were innocent. simply in order to say if they solved the crime. Worse, there have been persistent accusations of racism in areas where large immigrant populations are still policed by an almost entirely white force. The fact that most officers are not guilty of these failings doesn't make much difference. In some areas, trust has broken down entirely. The police are seen as part of the problem rather than part of the solution. The Jews never believed themselves called to be the world's police force. The Romans gave themselves that job. But many of them did believe, because of a repeated theme in their scriptures, that they were called to be the light of the world. See, for instance, Isaiah 42:6, a passage Paul may well have had in mind here. I am the Lord, I have called you for a righteous purpose, and I'll hold you by your hand. I will watch over you, and I will appoint you to be a covenant for the people and a light for the nations. A passage Paul may well have had in mind here. Many, including Paul himself, would have celebrated the fact that God had chosen Israel and given them his law in order to make them a beacon of virtue to the rest of the world. Before his conversion, Paul would have seen this calling of the nation of Israel as the rock on which he could stand firm. He was a Jew. God had called Israel to this position. He was secure. But Paul had come to see, through his recognition of the crucified Jesus as Messiah, that things were not that easy. A Messiah who led the true Israelites to victory over the pagans would have fitted his previous worldview just fine. A Messiah who taught all Israel to obey the Torah perfectly would have been wonderful. But a Messiah who died a shameful death, a criminal's punishment, that meant that the world had turned upside down. This was how God had fulfilled his ancient promises, by having his anointed one killed by the pagans. This bizarre and totally unexpected outcome forced Paul to rethink the role of Israel as a whole, and to factor into this new thinking a strand of prophetic thought, which up until then perhaps he had left to one side. When he quoted Isaiah 52:5, echoing also Ezekiel and 23 in verse 24, for as it is written, the name of God is blasphemed among the Gentiles because of you. He is drawing on the very center of the prophet's critique of Israel. This critique was so damaging that the same prophets could only see the future in terms of total judgment and reconstitution. Israel had not just made a few mistakes, Israel had failed completely in the task God set her. The only way now was for God to send a Messiah who would take upon himself the effect of that failure, and through him would establish a new covenant. Isaiah 52 goes on, just a few verses later, to introduce the figure of the suffering servant, who will die for the sins of Israel and the world. Ezekiel 36 goes on to talk of a new covenant in which God will write his law on people's hearts. Paul clearly has both themes in mind. His charge against his fellow Jews, against his own formal self, in this passage is based on his awareness, through the revelation of the gospel, that what the prophets said about Israel had come true. Israel had failed. Devastation and exile was the result. The worst thing about exile, though, was not the geographical displacement, which came to an end when at least some of the Jews returned to their land. The worst thing about exile was that foreigners, pagans, were ruling over God's people. That kind of exile was still going on, as the book of Daniel had predicted. The point of Paul's accusations in verse 21, 22, and 23 then is not that he thinks all Jews commit adultery or steal or rob temples. Jews were often accused of temple robbery because since they didn't believe in idols, they regarded pagan temples as trivial, unprotected by serious religious sanctions. The point is that if even some Jews are doing these things, and all Jews will know what there were plenty who were guilty as charged, this completely undercuts Israel's boost that, as a nation, it was still the light of the world, able to reveal God's law and truth to the rest of humankind. The fact of continuing sin within Israel merely confirms the prophet's charge. When the nations look at you, they curse God. The only solution now is for Israel's history to come to its climax is in the arrival of the strange Messiah who will take this problem on his shoulders and establish a new covenant in which people will be transformed from within. Paul never denies the claim of Israel. Some have.
You okay?
Yeah.
Paul never denies the claim of Israel. Some have supposed that in his description of the Jew, in verses 17 to 20, he was meaning to imply that the law was not, after all, the outline of knowledge and truth, and that Israel had not been called to be a light to the world. That will be quite wrong. Paul's point here, and particularly in the passages that follow, is that Israel was indeed God's chosen people, and that the law was indeed the holy law of the one true God. National Israel had failed in its vocation. Paul wrestled with the problem too, in due course. But God has not failed. The passages that now follow will show how God has remained true to his calling, despite the failure of the people he called. Amen. All right, we can start, my friend. All right. Yeah. I like the music in New World.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, I got a lot of updates
Update.
for a lot of the games I play. Looks
Okay.
like I need to let Animes update next time.
There you go. Get a notepad. Okay.
Yes, friend?
I wish the notepad was an actual like bookmark, so I don't have to open folder and do it every time. Teleport it.
Turkey Lawn. Black Friday deals.
Wait, look it behind you. First, let's go. Oh, I thought your better hat was an actual turkey.
That'd be funny if they pop a turkey on my head.
Be like, turkey. I have a turkey on my head. I like how cute it looks.
Can you turn down your thing, please? Thank you.
Wish I go. Why not? I'll fight the newbie.
All right. What am I doing? Friends online. Friends online. I will level up.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing so much health. Yeah, there's explosions. What do you mean?
All right. What am I looking at? Ooh. Ooh. Nope. These binds. I
I'm
don't know.
coming!
Yeah. I was gonna want them. Okay. How's my inventory looking? My inventory's looking good. Objective, the path of thorns.
No.
Oh, I gotta enter the arena. All right. Yes, I would like to fashion. Ooh, I got some things I gotta do. Gotta use some of my Azeroth. Throw some Azeroth in the things. Actually, what I should do since I'm in town, I need a territory stoning boost.
Okay.
Hmm.
I want to show you something. This is like to reset.
There we go. Do that while I'm in town. break things down.
No.
Alright.
Oh my god. Now, you will be punched.
Ooh.
No. Oh my god.
Might as well.
Damn it. No.
Create a bunch of dies. Actually, let's do everything that gives Elisa 1.
Now, you will die. Get out of here. Now, 100%.
Wild berry compote. Oh, things have broken. Try again. There we go. Oh,
Again.
oh, your thing DC'd. Oh, the computer's turned off?
What's another update? Find another update.
Oh. Alright.
Oh, there goes hard work. Oh, see? Oh, no, it's.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you? No. I was working on something and you do nothing.
Alright. Huh. Aqua skinning. Crafting arcana items. Increasing your maximum gear score and crafting. Your health slowly covers. That's interesting. I'll just use that one then. Arcana. Because I don't need them. Why not? You get. You. Oh. Just diets. Oh, yeah. Feel the color and effects. I'm a very pretty man.
Get the code back.
Rugged leather.
Letter. I like her saying letter because you're wearing letter.
Alright, and then let's go here. Might as well. Alright. Increase my level. Alright, first time making this. Make it once. Fire absorption. Nature absorption. It literally tells you what it does. And it's over with all the bad stuff. May need to get more. just this happens with crafting. It just bugs out a bit, gives a second timeout, and then you try again. Hmm.
Let me pick it up. Wood. I get trapped in
You know, yep, as long as you follow the
The
general rules. Yep.
Technical difficulties. Wow.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please wait. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't need. Because how like food works, I could just easily equip it. I could just go spam. Yeah, turkey season's still happening. I think it's still until like December.
Oh, lag mania.
Peter didn't freeze. Roblox is just hating you right now. Beast Ward. Yeah, they're all like wards or coding, so either they do more damage or they defense against damage. Yeah, so like if I fight up against turkey, I have stuff for that.
It was a lag central. Okay, good thing it's not lag mania right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Nope, you are not.
That was
No!
mine.
Let me cloud. No.
Six.
Bazooka. No, okay. I do not want you to wreck me. Get out of here.
When do I have a lot of that? I have a lot of that. Wait, first, anything I get first bonuses on.
Yeah. No, stay in
Nope.
there.
All right.
That's what you get for not staying in there. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
I don't
my
have
gosh.
any of that. All right. So that is definitely the weak man out. A bunch of Azrock, because why not? We'll make 12 of them.
Take this. I'm gonna go through the wall. Oh no.
Hmm. There's luck.
Wow. Oh my gosh. None of you.
what's your luck? 5.4, 5.2. I'm recycling them. Do you want one? Okay.
Just one.
You have to get on if you want it. I'm not going to hold on to them in my inventory.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. I can always make it for you.
Yeah, once I get on.
It'll be easy for me to make. Actually, by the time you probably get on, I could probably make malachite. The blue stuff by that time. Star metal, I mean.
Well,
Look.
it's not malachite, it's not rocks in real life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm at 80 engineering.
And you need like 100.
Yep, you need 100 to make star metal. Like 90 something.
Ooh, that's great. So much noobs in this server. Yeah.
All right. Let's go for faster skinning right now.
Look at him, his attacks are going through the wall. No,
Oh.
no, don't go through the wall. That's
How
what
much do you
mean
wait
by
to? Oh, just hold on to you for when I'm 647 gathering speed, 382. It's literally double the gathering speed. So I'll just hold on. Actually, I have a knife for me that I'm just going to hold on to. Storage is full. Oh, because my shop, my house. I gotta pay upkeep, which is it's like super cheap to do it. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Get him! Not gonna win. No, you came out of the house.
Okay, I can't pay
I told you to
upkeep
not come out of the house.
from there.
Go back inside the house. Yo, the sound's always going outside the house. Take
Oh,
that.
interesting. So tomorrow, 3 to 3:30, there's actually an evasion that we can participate in if we want to. That's cool. Actually, nope, we won't. Not tomorrow. All right. Let's quickly do this. And
Stop that! This is why I have blocked invisible. Yo, you really want me to do this? How much fast travel, bro? Yeah. Whoa, you are power space. Because this is the power space. This space.
cool. Oh,
No. No.
Ooh. Hello. May take some time for your iron.
You
Here.
wanna have fun? Knocking out.
Oh.
Get out of here! Get over here!
Ooh, chunk of cobalt, chunk of crystal. The fancy iron. Nice. The fey iron. Heck yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's some of the fancy crystals I just got, and there's the fey iron. Ooh.
Hey, I know you, dumb clown.
Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's go, druids. To defeat Medea. Come here, Medea. Let's fight. There are people.
Get out of here!
Oh, nice. Unlocked an achievement. That's fun. Hmm.
Get over here! Yeah.
Hmm. I've been focusing on my luck, so. Oh, yeah, see?
I see you. No, inside the house. Yo, stop. You get.
Oh, she calms down.
What's done is done. I shall no longer stand idly by while my...
You'll have to forgive me. I've just spoken with the sorceress Medea herself. I'm at a loss for words. I still can't believe that you defeated her. That this is happening. She said that you've proven the people here are worthy, and that she allowed you to restore the final verdant gemstone. I think she wishes to speak with you now. I need to find somewhere to sit down.
Here we go. It is finished. Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Sup, turkey?
No, no, no. No, 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 no. How dare you!
Money. Oh, this boulder's totally mineable. I don't know why. I just have to mine it with my Roman kilt. Ooh. The iron bat? Yes, it is.
No. No, 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 no. No! I died! Wait!
Alright, and then
You. Like this
you the
simple.
next part. Are you your faction quest?
Have fun, bro.
My next quest?
Oh, that
Oh,
helps.
you're in area. Okay. Main objective. There you are. Okay, I have to go down there. Oh yeah, I have to enter it.
Take this. Yeah, take that. How am I not hitting you? Oh, that's pretty nothing. Where this place? I did it. That's why you're playing realistic Minecraft, right? Like I actually thought that you were playing like realistic Minecraft. Don't even think about it! Dog, you cat like. Yeah. Get out of here. No, 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 no. Get out of
All right, into the arena. Yep, into the arena. Gotta fight the Shadow Pit monsters. Oh, they're all gold. Let's go, full on. Did I fight them? We're good? Cool. Oh, I gotta defeat 5 of them. Well, that's the corruption for you. Okay, 3:30 is when Asen will be here.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, I escaped the 70 health. Get my X ability. Oh no. I got clowned. Get it? Cloned. Oh no 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 no. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! You take this. Oh man, what's my E ability? Yo, you escape this house. Oh no 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 no. Get out. Get out of my way, you stupid. No, 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 you even think that. Easy. No, no, no. Sumo! Sumo! Meh. Get him away! Get him away! Buddies! Okay, no. Don't even think that. 5, 6, 29. Yeah! No, no, no. Okay. Yo. Got blocks, bro. Scared to fight by you?
Huh.
20 minutes.
It's pretty nice that I didn't get ganked when I stepped away.
That's what you
Well, someone has proven themselves. I saw you fight. Your moves are like the notes of a beautiful song. I'm composing the melody in my head already. Others are talking about you as well.
The notes of a beautiful song.
As you've seen, the competition is simple. Defeat as many creatures as you can before you drop from exhaustion. The current record holder is my beloved Ursa. She is truly a force of nature. I'm sure she'll want to meet you. She's... Huh. That's strange. She should have arrived by now. She is the type who likes to make an entrance, but...
Yeah. Take this! Oh, crap. Oh my gosh, give me the bucket time! So, 3:30? That's when business gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Will I get ganked when I stand right here? Will I get ganked? As I quickly send out some important messages. Will I get ganked, 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 will I get ganked, 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 ganked?
You have to wait like 20 minutes or I get kicked.
Would I get ganked? No, ganked. You know what gank means, Char? That's when someone, like, when you're not looking, you have PvP on, and they're just like, us.
I hope that happens to you!
Please, no.
I'm just collecting this chest. No! Let me collect my chesty! Oh, thank you. Oh gosh. No, 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 I died. Stupid blasters.
Alright.
You guys, I mean?
A very kind offer. Ursa is an honorable woman. Too honorable, maybe. She could have been taken by surprise or by deceit. I'd start by checking the road to the north.
Follow the blood. The blood trail. I'm just trying to level up my life staff so I could be done with the focus.
Oh, thank you.
Dear Mars, all lives, I've taken your champion soul. As easy yours is mine now. Bring me the box, or I'll hunt down every marauder in Ontario. Don't test my patience. I have none. Signed, Thor, future ruler. Send like creatures out there. Chest. That's ooh. pierce the void. This is fine. Be done, corrupted node. I expel you, corrupted node. I don't think you should ever pick a fight with the Marauder faction. Oof. You have chose wrong, buddy.
There you are. But where is Ursa, the champion of my own heart? What? Let me read that letter. This is... How could this have... How dare he?
Dinged. 53.
I am known for two things. My way with words, and, when words fail, my blade. Thorpe and his corrupted will get the latter. I will answer this challenge in blood. Together. Is this the Soul Warden Alliance I've been hearing about? I know some marauders who have rallied to the cause. And perhaps now, I will do so as well. Very well. Between my thirst for vengeance and my respect for you, I will take part in this. I will look for other marauders to join us as well. Just tell me when and where. I look forward to fighting at your side.
The Alliance. Money, money, money.
Water. No. Stop it. I'm out. Oh! I died. Wait.
Womp womp. Womp womp womp.
Winston, dude.
I'm in the fort.
I don't even know how to say it.
The fort.
Take this. Take this.
So reading took about, I guess, 20 minutes. So we have 16 minutes left.
Well now, our peacemaker returns. We already heard that some marauders have agreed to parley. Well done. We've received a more troubling dispatch as well, from a warlord among the corrupted. He mentions you by name.
Let me guess. Stop.
Then you do know him. Yes, some of the other wardens have seen him rallying the corrupted. There is some notion that he may be this Tempest figure we've heard about. You know him personally? Ah, that would explain the contents of this dispatch. He threatened you by name, accusing you of betrayal, thievery, cowardice, and the list goes on. Something about his box. Whoever he was, when you knew him, he's changed into something else now. He certainly commands many corrupted and wields the power of the Tempest. And he's calling you out by name. In Restless Shore, I've been dispatching most new wardens to hold the lines in Great Cleave and Shattered Mountain. But I've sent some of our best scouts to look for weaknesses in Thorpe's space. Well, but what? Not only is it an insane risk, but what about the parley? You convinced all the factions to sit down together, and now you would just vanish before negotiations even begin?
As Euphrates. Euryphides? Those Greek names, I'm guessing. That seems Greek. Said, talk sense to a fool when he calls you foolish. Fine. I'll arrange the parley while you're in Restless Shores. Do not get yourself killed or corrupted.
Yeah, you're an epic gamer, Curry. What do you mean?
Get corrupted to the ground.
You can pick it up.
I could. Nope. Skip. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. Then I... Oh. I guess I could take that fast travel. Look at that. So close to 100. Whee! To Restless Shores we go.
You got fight that boss? That
I think-
in the beginning?
I think I'm gonna finally do that outpost. What's up? Hey friend, how are you doing today? This is New Worlds. It's an MMO created by Amazon. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
Damn it.
My brain couldn't handle the grind. Couldn't handle the Fishman karate grind. I know I'm almost there, but I need to take a break. How are you? What are you up to?
Yeah, well, I'm playing GPO for fun.
Snaps at you, clearly offended by the insinuation that he isn't big enough. Lick my pants like a dog and licks his sharp teeth. Who could have left him here?
Yo, that's Lou?
It's a cute little alligator.
No way. No. Stop.
Oh,
Oh,
I should
gosh.
probably.
No,
I need to go
no,
back
no,
here and
no,
unflag if I'm going to join a group.
You clown. This clown better be gone.
But yeah, I mean, you're in our Discord. If it's a game that you ever see yourself trying out, we got a server. Good few people in our Discord group play this, so you're more than welcome to join the cause, the world cause. Ooh, hello there. Get her out. It's I know. Ah, Get back here. Ah, oh, ah. Yeah, like, my attack has such a delay. Oop, let's get that first. There we go.
Clown, take
Ding 100 on my skinning. Get back here. And that's another one.
If I ever get
I
stealing,
thought he was going to skin it too. I was like, huh? Ooh, looks like I might just do these run with these people. That'll be fun.
Keep your voice down. Thorpe has eyes and ears all over Restless Shores. I'm the last Warden Scout left. The others let their guard down. Thorpe found me.
Oh,
I'm damn glad you're here. Jonas says you're the best among us. Makes me feel like I at least have a fighting chance if the Corrupted close in. Dead or worse. Thorpe's Corrupted took them. They were torturing them. The screaming only stopped this morning. The plan now is to retreat.
I'm the hero. New plan. I'm going in.
What? You're going in there? No army? No... nothing? This is madness.
Zero,
But I can...
please.
Suit yourself then. Go. I guess I'll stay and cover your escape.
Is it literally called HMU or is that just an acronym?
Notice.
Let me see if there's a group here I could join.
I'm definitely not like, right?
Hit me up. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I see. Ah, I see. So if I find a game that's Roblox related, you beat the game. Oh, I've got no luck.
An Xbox. The stupid non-stick.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I thought... That's funny, you're doing an acronym for that. Yeah, you keep explaining. I think that's what it means.
You clown! Why is this guy so good? I know you have to grab it. Then. Big guy! You
All right. Got an exam? Have fun, my friend. Peace. Shalom be upon you, my friend. Oh. Well. Find brute. Great. Recommend level 45. Let's see. Alright, well. Well, people join, cool. The depths.
Yo, Alex, you're not dead. You said your house is dead. No. Oh my god, you came out of the house!
Ooh. That's fun.
Okay, there's a player here, and I think I should go and get out of here. So, goodbye! Whoever you are, I'm not gonna fight. Okay, it's a movie! Oh my god. Okay, yeah, goodbye. Have fun. How did I can't do it.
Rohim, we got 5 minutes and we gotta do some reading stuff.
My goose. My goose is acting weird. I guess. That one. No, stop. No. Don't you think about attacking me. Because we are my goal. But if you start attacking me, I'm gonna despawn it. Okay? You're gonna go no trip. Because I don't want you on my boat. No trip. Yo, yes. What? What is when I'm on the boat?
Oh, I just accidentally punched my screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Yolanta.
My pony.
So funny. I pulled this up so I can talk to you.
Why is there so much people here? Oh, you wait, you want to come on my boat? Didn't know you wanted to come on my boat, bro. Come on. Come on my boat. Win the party. Yeah. Yeah. Where do you want to go? Yo. You gotta stay in the chair, right? Get it. Yeah, fine. You're not gonna get in the boat. Have fun. I'm going on
Oh, that's cool.
5 minutes.
That's fun. Slippery Mess. That's a funny name. Alright.
Okay, you need
Alright,
help.
let's go Crazy Gathering. Then we'll just go back to town.
Yo.
Oh, wait.
Where's the building? Oh yeah, that's the building I'm talking about. Yeah, launch that. You know what? Oh no, but it's shifted. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Can't you feel you think that
There we go. right, friend. It's time for us to go through reading steps.
Okay. Get on my phone. Safety. Safety.
Hmm. All right.
Safety. Requirement.
All right. All right. So you finished your orange, you finished your cheese, and you finished your nuggies.
So I didn't eat my chips yet.
Okay. Well, your chips are not the important thing. You ate all your important stuff, right?
Is orange important?
Oh, absolutely. I thought you ate that already. You told me you would.
Because you said if I eat my chips, I'm gonna have to eat my orange, and I didn't want
Okay.
my chips.
Okay. Well, this is the time for this next allotment to start eating on the orange. Get that healthy fiber in your system.
It's not even fiber.
Oh, there's fiber. There is fiber in fruit. That's what makes it also work with the sugar in the fruit because the fiber that's in it.
You talk about leaves?
No, I'm talking about the actual fruit. It's like it's in the skin and stuff.
So I mean, I was talking.
Heh.
It's only peels. I'm just. Let me see how long this one is.
Yeah, you want me to zoom out a little bit?
Yeah.
You're liking these shorter ones, aren't you? We'll hit intermission.
Let's just keep it like that. Keep it like that zoomed in.
Oh, yeah. All right, you ready?
I don't have to wash my hands.
There you go.
Okay, ready. Bam.
Circumcision, you see, has real value for people who keep the law. If, however, you break the law, your circumcision becomes uncircumcision. Meanwhile, if uncircumcised people keep the law's requirement, their uncircumcision will be regarded as circumcision, won't it? So people who are by nature uncircumcised but who fulfill the law will pass judgment on people like you who possess the letter of the law and circumcision but who break the law. The Jew isn't the person who appears to be one, you see, nor is circumcision what it appears to be, a matter of physical flesh. The Jew is the one in secret, and circumcision is in the heart, in the spirit rather than the letter. Such a person gets praise not from humans, but from God. So he's talking about, it's not so much saying, hey, I follow Yahweh, hey, I follow God. It's by following what he says is what gets you praise.
Yeah.
It's worthy living. All right, what part's this?
Commentary.
Commentary. From time to time, one of the big supermarket chains decided to try to pass off its own products as though they were made by one of the regular manufacturers. I remember one store a while ago which sold breakfast cereal with a packet design that, until you got close up and read exactly what it said, would have deceived you into thinking it was the real thing. It happens sometimes with soft drinks too, and other big sellers. What counts at that point for the discerning buyer is not the price, not the outward look of the thing, but what's inside the packet. Labels can mislead. Sometimes they are designed to do exactly that. Paul's point in this paragraph is that labels and even names can indeed deceive. He goes deeper than simply the deception practiced by clever marketing. Sometimes the product itself turns out to be not what it seems. The product in this case is a chosen people of God, Israel, here addressed as the singular person, you. The outward label, the badge of Jewish identity for males, is circumcision. Paul assumes his readers know this, so he can pass automatically here and elsewhere from a distinction of Jewish identity in one sentence to a mention of circumcision in the next.
Wait, can I? What time is it?
It is
2:40.
two.
One more hour.
His point is that the badge of circumcision and even the name Jew, which belongs to the ethnic family of Israel, can deceive. Sometimes what's going on inside the package doesn't match the badge and the name on the outside. When that happens, the badge means the opposite of what it says. If a Jew breaks the law, his circumcision becomes, in effect, uncircumcision. Not that he ceases to be physically circumcised, though some Jews determined to assimilate into the Gentile world try to have the marks of circumcision removed, but that his real standing before God is the same as that of an uncircumcised Gentile. This wasn't a new idea. The prophet Jeremiah had said exactly the same thing half a millennium earlier. Egypt, Judah, Edom, and the Ammonites, Moab, and all the inhabitants of the desert who clipped the hair on their temples. All these nations are uncircumcised, and the whole house of Israel is uncircumcised in heart. Boom, roasted. This point is striking enough, and a lot of Jews in Paul's world would have resisted it. But there is more. The outside-inside reversal works in the other direction as well. Supposing he says someone who isn't circumcised, a Gentile in other words, keeps the law requirement, what then? Paul boldly draws a conclusion. It is as though they are circumcised. What's more, they will then be in the position over against the circumcised person who breaks the law, that the Jew in verses 17 through 20 supposed himself to be in. They could sit in judgment over the lawbreakers. But who are these Gentiles who keep the requirements of the law, and who even fulfill the law, despite being uncircumcised? Paul knows perfectly well how odd that last sentence must sound to any well-educated Jew. Circumcision was one of the law's commandments. How then can an uncircumcised person be fulfilled the law? The same point occurs in 1 Corinthians, and I suspect that on both occasions Paul intended it to sound darkly funny. The answer comes through the biblical echoes in verses 28 to 29. Paul was referring not to any Gentile who happens to make a special moral effort, but to those who have God's law written on their hearts by the Spirit. When we check across the other passages where he says more or less the same thing, as he does for instance in 2 Corinthians, it is clear that he is talking about Gentiles who have become Christians, in line with the prophecies of Jeremiah 31 and Ezekiel 36, and for that matter with the explosive spiritual experience of the early Christians. Paul believed that through Jesus the Messiah, Israel's God had renewed the covenant and was now welcoming into that new family all those, irrespective of ethnic background and hence of outward badge like circumcision, who believed the gospel. He is here stretching in, very briefly, the much fuller picture of Christian life, of the renewal of the heart by God's Spirit, to which he will return in passages like chapters 8 and 12. This leads him to a very sharp point indeed, which has been as controversial in our days as it no doubt was when Paul first wrote it. He declares that the label on the package is irrelevant, and that when you find the real thing in the package with a different label, you should call the real thing by the right name, even if it comes from somewhere else. He takes the holy and wonderful word Jew itself and declares that when God works by the Spirit in the Gentile's heart to produce the true fulfillment of the law, that Gentile is to be called Jew. Even though he or she was not born into a Jewish family, this radical shift in meaning for the ancient name of God's people continues to haunt this letter, as we shall see, right through to one of the most climactic moments, several chapters away as yet. What is true of the name is true of the badge. The circumcision that matters is the circumcision of the heart. That strange internal operation spoken of originally by Israel's scripture themselves. The prophet had spoken of God's new work in people's hearts. This, it seems, is what Paul has in mind. He is talking in traditional Jewish language about the renewal of the covenant and claiming that it has taken place in and through God's Spirit. He has not mentioned Jesus in this passage, but it is clear that he understands his new covenant to be the direct result of God's action through his Messiah. One more note. An interesting indication of the way Paul's mind worked. Having described the Jew and the circumcised person in terms not of ethnic background and physical markings, but of the state of the heart, he declares that such a person gets praise not from other human beings, but from God. You going to wash your hands? Yeah. Okay. Oh, darn it. I was thinking that was going to happen.
Okay, bye.
The point is this. The Hebrew name Judah, from which the word Jew derives, actually means praise. Despite the fact that Paul was writing in Greek where the point doesn't work, he is thinking in Hebrew. If it's praise you want, he says, if you want you want the name that says you can lift up your head and claim your special dignity, then don't look from other human beings, but by boasting of your ethnic status as Jew, get it from God when God writes his law in your heart by the Spirit. All right, we can start.
Wait, I don't know.
Oh, I know it's the end. See if they'll let me join. Huh? I mean, just it's on my back. That's what light staffs do.
That's what you always carry it in your hand.
More than enough lumber. Good bets. It's not going to be in here. It'll be overall if I go to my big thing.
Big check.
Mm-hmm. The add filter. I don't think I got any. Yes, friend? I'm not hopping the GPO if that's what you're requesting.
Why?
It's,
Is it because it's too
yeah. I mean, it's like one thing. Yeah, it's way too much. My brain just dies whenever I play that game. No, it's such a low percentage. I'm not doing item grind. It's like a 1 to 5%.
Who cares? It's still not
Well then, good luck. I'm not gonna grind things.
I can't fight it by myself.
Some more water. Yeah, but it's still a percentage chance. I fought that thing enough in the past. I'm not fighting him again. Yeah, you're talking about Arlong.
The score's good. I've been getting good ratings.
Make sure. You know what? I need another harvest sickle, so I'll just go harvest sickle crazy.
The
Alright, let's. Why not? Maybe up to 50? Let's do 50. Oh, that's just beautiful. Oh wait. Strong void. Void consumes y'all. The void compels y'all.
Okay, get consumed by the void.
Arcania, 65.
Potion, is that like potion making?
Yeah. And also like intelligence based making. Okay. Alright. Nice.
It's Minecraft!
Hmm. Song in your step. What does that give? Skip timer? Oh. That'll be fun. Slower teleports. Keys? Okay. Here you go. Oh, we gotta put the F. The goo. Here you go. Robin. Here. There's like this little like So you know how they like to seal the top, so they pour a substance on it. There's like these little this like crevice that like grabbed extra that's extra smooth, so he's like loves like feeling his finger on it. Yes, friend?
I got sword style, so whenever I go to the new sea, I can finally get that 2 sword style.
Oh,
And I also got 2 katanas, so I can have the same.
okay.
Well, give me a fish again. And then I just keep jumping.
Okay, I have more than enough fishing stuff. Oh, this thing? It's a garnet gypsum. We find this into a gypsum orb at the awarded for competing in the arena. You like the fancy gym?
I'm actually put down a weapon.
Okay, so I need to go here. Oh, I gotta go to Restless Shore. I have not done this, and I gotta like get a group, find a group. I don't want to do this little thing.
Should I go?
Wild thing. I'm so excited because this is like where we got just at that time I could do it solo, but at the time like no, this is like when everyone stopped playing and we just got storyline stopped here at this dungeon. I'm excited to actually press to join as a healer. Application submitted. Alright, which also reminds me I gotta need a back.
What's the Coliseum? They're just a fighting.
All right, let's repair all. I don't want to do a solo. Pending. Oh, wow. At least I have gear score. What is my gear score? Right here. 380. Yes! My gear score is decent. Right,
No, it's bad.
I'm actually going to go cut gems. That'll be fine. Mhm. Mhm. Actually, it'd be a good idea. I'll just raise my fish while waiting. Is it those three, right? Yes. Freshwater.
I didn't know.
Just location. Like, if you look around right here, like it's literally just a waterfall top of the mountain. It's fresh water. And also by what you get in the water, if like things will definitely appear freshwater base or saltwater based creatures you pull up from the water. Yeah, sunfish. That's a freshwater because you and I got some sunfish before when we gone fishing.
Get over here!
Especially a catfish. Catfish are freshwater fish.
Is that guy 5-star too? But it's just the water and I was like, is that legendary thrill? That I see? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just water. Water legendary thrill. Why did I get ready? Get tired.
Oh, that's the
Yo, Curry! My guitar's so stepping.
Oh. Actually, I'm good. I'm just gathering stuff while waiting for a group.
Max being AFK. Yeah, me so. And you just take a skill.
do a little doodah.
What are you cooking?
Cause I can. My music's upsetting the local foliage. Yeah.
I thought it was a giant fish today. That's how you skin it and dead fish.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Nope. Oh, dang it. I don't know if it timed out though. I didn't see a decline thing. Can I see something to let me know?
Oh my gosh, look at the
Expedition.
Look at the gorilla king Kuru. Look at
Expedition group finder. Where is this?
Where's that lemon?
Where is copy.
Going on? And maybe I killed a gorilla king all by myself.
Journal.
Right?
Menu. Is there not an expedition menu? 'Cause that'd be really nice if there was. I wonder if he just left. Files, create a lobby. Because this way I could go out and about and do things and watch me zoom. Watch me zoom zoom. I also have a town hall mission to collect 500 of them, so why not? Ooh. It's not. You get a lot from. I'm already at 300 and I barely cut any trees
I'm
down.
probably gonna cut down whole trees and don't you?
Oh,
That'd be
Yeah.
not funny.
that will be. Yep.
But if we just put on
Mm-hmm.
simple. Yo, the girl can lay about to die. Just kill
Oh.
it.
And
Get over here!
sorry, look how fast I collect. That's insane. Oh,
It's amazing.
oh yeah, someone did invite to join. A DPF.
Pika, pika!
Ooh,
Okay!
please.
Yeah! See? Yeah, here. Get out of Get over here!
Oh, I'm at 99 harvesting. Barely touch. Oh, actually, resource. Grassland or forest? That's cool. Shrubbery.
There's strawberry ice. Find a way to move around so I can find a giant rock. Okay.
Let's quickly turn it in. What I really need. Actually, I'll just do missions everywhere else. Oh, wait. Why not?
You hit your banana on the banana! Oh go. Like I said, oh go.
Oh no.
Oh no, buddy. You're so good. Yo, 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 yo. No, stop it. You make Stop it.
Places that I've fully completed the missions in the area. I will no longer accept even gathering missions. No. Manage. Alright, well. Now we need a tank.
Okay. This
This
how
one?
you. That's how you go crazy.
Mm.
This is okay. I think you're open.
Nope.
Slash,
And so lots of
Ready?
missions to do here. So
What's 14 times 5?
14 times 5,
Yeah.
70.
Go and say special word. Don't know why, but I'm super good at special. Newbie? No, you're not gonna go banana at me. I got throw a sword at you. Yeah! Yeah! I got sword on my side. You got 4 bananas at me to try and get me, though? That's not good.
I went down the definitely went down the wrong side.
Victor, are you ready?
Hmm.
He can't hit me! Yeah! Oh, wait, what? Bananas can hit me? So, I guess the hockey can only block like hit attacks, like punches and swords.
Oh.
I don't think it can block like.
Answer that question.
Okay, I'm out. No, we're not done. No, we're not
Let's get up here. Hey, there you go. I will climb you. I will climb you.
I like attacking monkeys. Yo, Fury, this monkey just hit me into a tree. You really slammed my body into a tree. You want me to do that to you? Take that! Alright, Fury. Best idea ever. Get that into a tree, bro. Get slammed into a tree.
Oh my gosh.
That's good, Gamble. Yo! Yeah! sugar. No, please stop it, you little kid. Stop.
Hmm.
Look at my foot.
All rise for the great. Oop. I know, but I need a tank, at least a tank. He said 3:30 if he gets it, so I don't know if that means. Oh, he's at I think he's at Sandora. Tools have always existed. Yeah, tools, like you need tools to blacksmith, to chop wood. Like since the beginning of time, humans have, through their creativity, found ways to make it so it's easier to do X, Y, and Z. All right, when lost, collect decayed bindings. Decay binding. Decay binding. Yeah, time consuming. So close to collecting you, Mr. Metal. Say there, are you heading across the river into Greyville? That's bear territory. I know that first image for me. It was also my home.
No, they don't want me. They've made that painfully clear. My wife Susan and I lived among them for decades in perfect harmony. Till a few months ago. One day they turned on us, tore us both apart and feasted on our flesh. Susan, she became lost after that. I don't know why I'm still here, except for revenge. In fact, destroy a few of those beasts for me, and I'll reward you.
Revenge on the bears. Oh. Yep. Manage. Sure. Now we just need a tank. Oh no, we need a tank. We need someone to hold aggro. Yeah, you need a tank. Someone to take the aggro. Still need a tank. I know. Understand, like you need someone to take in the punishment who has high armor and high defense.
You don't.
Nope.
Yo, I'm a hacker.
Just 4. Man, it's like almost a level every time. I mean, at least each mission's different. It's not like, yeah, I just can't do GPO grind.
Have you seen, really seen
over and
the
over again.
landscape of
Hurts my brain.
Greyvale? Delight falling through the leaves or dancing across the lakes. Oh, if only I had time to paint everything here.
And I like if you're here and you're like, that's my game, Corey. Like, just know like I commend that you can do that. I just can't.
Sadly, I don't have time to both find all the beautiful locations and paint them. Searching cannot be rushed, and it takes me so long to get my paints arranged just how I like them. But perhaps you could help. You could go and find the most beautiful locations for me to paint. You will save me a lot of time if you set up an easel at each waterfall you find, then come back and tell me about them. It will be perfect.
Want to see how I'm a hacker? Take off these stones. Right, right? What? Hack. This time just went through that stuff.
Oh. I do, but I'm just focusing on leveling this up. No, the Void Gauntlet is majorly intellect based, and so what I want to do is use it when I have another intellect weapon. So I'm focusing on just maxing out my healing staff, so I could always have healing on the side when I need to heal. But then so I could work on also leveling up other loot, other gear. Oh, I used it a lot in the past. I use it when I really need to. If I'm sweating. Yeah, I'm not 100 yet. I'm like 90 something. Mm-hmm. No, it heals constantly when you're in it. Yeah. They'll be counterproductive. Well, they'll literally only be using healing. It'll just make it really hard to level up. This is where the large bear is. First, we get the silver. Ooh, big pile of silver there. Are you gonna let me run by it, or am I going to have to fight it? This is the new world where nothing stays dead. That's a healing circle. Zoom, 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 zoom.
I love this description. Love it.
A devastating weapon that fires explosive shells crossing up the shell of my ice warriors.
That's not possible. All in gun mastery or something.
I heard those bastards snarling and growling all the way down here. Why, we're only giving them what they deserve.
And completely honest, so I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. With Susan gone and the bears turned on me, I don't have anywhere else to go.
No. Susan and these bears are the only real family I ever had. Living out there, foraging for honey, hibernating. It's the only life I know. The only place I feel at home. Angry as I am, it's the only thing that feels right. I guess I could try. It was the Patriarch, Gren, that turned on us. If you can destroy Gren and recover Susan's ring, I might have a chance. Be careful, though.
Alright, time to down and the big gold and... Oh, people dip. No, so I need a tank. This is how these queues go. You need. Generally, most people run as DPS because DPS is a lot more fun, and not too many people run tank or. That might be just one of the things I go away from my cousin David, because my cousin David goes off as. Oh, now. He might be home from work. Patience is mine. Nah. I don't need to. Not for a mission. Yeah, don't need to. You take too much time. You're not going to finish missions if you're just going to fight every little thing that you walk in front of. I skin. Anything I take down, I skin. I don't need to. It's time consuming. Like, so I would rather just take that man to move near a mission point and take down my mission monster. I'm gonna go gather this wood over here. Oh yeah. Next level tier, like steel's better than iron, star metal's better than steel. I'm feeling it. No, it's a high tier tree. Oh yeah, that will take a very long time. I'm good. You can do that experiment yourself if you want to. Well, then I'm not going to do it. It's very time consuming. Thank you. Yep, definitely see you. He might attack me, so I'm getting pretty close. He's walking towards me. Am I going to finish? This is my luck is high. no. He'll come when he can. He's coming after school. He might want to spend some time with his mom. We're gonna give him space. We already communicated that we are interested in hanging out.
Yeah, fine.
Just know, full flexibility. He might not want to play GPO. Okay. Boom, boom.
Hey, Corey.
Oh, hey, friend. How are you? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while, and just actually, this life in this season has gotten very busy for me.
Yeah, I feel that. Been a rather busy day in particular. Only got home relatively recently. But yeah,
Sweet. Yeah, I actually, so my daughter, which we probably all got in my house, got RSV. It's kind of like a bad cold that attacks the lungs. That's very contagious, like the very first few days.
alright.
And so we got that before Thanksgiving, so we didn't get to see Grandma. Because the plan was to go see her, like Wednesday before.
And I presume you've heard about...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to actually stop by. I'm hoping to stop by the hospital tomorrow after work.
Yeah, I've been talking to Val and Mom, and depending on what they say, I mean, I've already got that plane ticket to come down in about 2 weeks. I might have to see if I can get that to happen sooner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take this.
Do you want to hop on New World?
I am currently doing so.
Oh man, this sucks.
I'll meet you.
I'm at the depths in the story. Have you done the depths yet?
I haven't touched New World in a while. Pretty much since we fought Turkulon.
Well, I have a 35 gold bear to fight for a mission.
Sounds good. Yep, I've got an overdue property upkeep. Bunch of rested XP bonus apparently. Neat.
Oh yeah. It's nice that you don't have to be at your hometown, like you don't have to be in town in a rested place to get the rested bonus.
Yeah.
What level are you?
Apparently I'm level 51.
Oh nice. Okay.
Before I start doing stuff, I'm probably going to want to drop by town and just do a bit of inventory management, because my bags are currently about half full.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you done the Slay the 4 Bears mission yet?
I don't recall.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait for you to continue this mission.
Wow! My reputation in Aerofall grew because I paid my property taxes.
People like a person who pays their taxes. Where did you make your? Where do you have your house?
My house is currently at Everfault.
Ah.
Yeah. did. And probably the most important thing I need to do right now is just process the ore that's in my inventory, because that's clogging up a lot of the weight. That out of the way, pretty much solve the issue. I was just taking a bit.
I'm actually curious. When you have a moment, can you see where you're on the main story? See if you're close to being where you. There's a delve is a level 45 dungeon. And like, the quest level will tell us how close you are to that.
Did the game break? Yep, New World is not responding. Okay. Well, that happened. Okay, restarting.
Okay. No, in 7 minutes we'll have to do a reading step. How are you doing in hydration? Okay.
So, it's definitely a good thing I replaced my phone when I did. Its situation has degraded, we might say.
Talking about the grandma situation.
Oh no, I was talking about my phone. How it's a good thing I replaced it when I did.
Oh, you see, you still have your old phone, and it's just getting worse.
Yup.
Is the battery just at a place where you have to like have it always charged?
Not quite, but it's at a point where dying at 21% is pretty normal.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does very strange and undesirable things when plugged in.
That reminds me, were you able to get me paying back for November's phone?
Nope, I completely forgot. I suppose I should probably just send November's and December's now then. Let's get that done with. I'll just get that dealt with right now.
Alright. It's good. I mean, yeah, it's like in like 5 minutes, you know, I'm going to go through a reading step, so.
Charcoal. That's unfortunate. They need a bunch of that to be able to process star metal, which is heavy if you don't process it.
I bet. I'm getting pretty close to actually to mess with star metal. Not there yet, but pretty close. Yeah, I actually have not really been playing any games since that last time. It was just with sickness, with getting a standing desk, and then having to reset up.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, just having a kid who got sick, I can only imagine how much time that takes up.
And also, I got sick at the same time that she did.
Yep.
And like at that point, you just want to sit and brain dead in front of the TV.
I haven't been sick. You haven't been sick recently, but I certainly know how that is and how discomfort can make it hard to do hardly anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll have to be good enough. Okay, quest. My yeah, the two things listed under main story are Windsward the Ritual at level 25 and Verdant Restoration at 15. I'm guessing that Verdant Restoration's a side story that I don't actually need to bother with. Okay. So yep, it looks like I need to go do the ritual.
The ritual.
Yes. Okay, that's in Windsward. Ah, that's down here. Okay, that shouldn't take too long.
Oh, that's funny. I think when I invite you to the group, I like open up a party thing to like a lobby, like let people join me. And since I invited you, I guess that broke. But whatever. Like once you could get there, pretty much the wait is for the tank, so I'm the healer.
Alright. That's right, the turkey event's still going on.
Yeah.
Just ganked a turkey in passing and got one of their turkey bags.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's good. So good old free money.
Yep.
There's like they actually throw you a lot in that bag.
Probably look for a stairwell. Trying to Skyrim, the temples usually doesn't go too well. Thorn seal. Apparently I need to beat up this Heart Forge Guardian.
Here. I'll run to where you're at. I'm just.
Oh, dang it. The Heart Forge Guardian appears to not be targetable. My bullets. Either that or I just blew holes in their headdress, so they didn't notice. Nope, shooting them straight in the face doesn't do anything either. Clearly, they're just not active until I enter the room with them. Come on, don't have a visible health bar if you're not targetable yet.
Alright, hey Char, we gotta go through reading stuff. I mean, do you have a bounty? Or have you pretty much lost your bounty? Oh yeah, nothing will... Alright, once you get there and once you get to that island and set your respawn or whatever there again, the safe zone. No, just stop there. That's what you're close to. Okay. You don't need to set a respawn point if you don't want to. Alright, step back before you aggro anymore.
Wait, here.
There you go. Alright. Bible. Alright, Romans chapter 3, 1 through 8. God's determined faithfulness. You want me to zoom out? That one's also really small. But also good because... The Book of Romans is really good. I enjoy it. Oh, my phone's about to die. 1 second. Let me plug it in.
Bible. Their phone's right there.
I know. I need to charge it.
Fire like, oh, where's my phone?
I know where it's at.
Doesn't seem like it's working correctly. Hey, yes. Need to ignite the flames again. That was weird.
It's a taco bowl.
It didn't work, and then eventually the warden respawned.
You found it?
Yep. You okay?
Yeah. You charging your phone out there?
Yeah, I'll just leave my phone on the charger until we need to leave.
What will be in like an hour and a half?
It'll be in like an hour and in like
minutes.
7 minutes.
If I said 7 minutes, and I was like, what? No.
God's determined faithfulness. What advantage then does the Jew possess? What indeed is the point of circumcision? A great deal in every way. To begin with, the Jews were entrusted with God's oracles. What follows from that? If some of them were unfaithful to their commission, does their unfaithfulness nullify God's faithfulness? Certainly not. Let God be true, even if every human being is false. As if God is for us, who is against us, the Bible says. So that you may be found in the right in what you say, and may win the victory when you come to court. But if our being in the wrong proves that God is in the right, what are we going to say? That God is unjust to inflict anger on people? I'm reducing things to a human scale. Certainly not. How then could God judge the world? But if God's truthfulness grows all the greater and brings him glory in and through my falsehood, why am I still being condemned as a sinner? And why not do evil so that good may come? As some people blasphemously say about us, and as some allege that we say. People like that at least deserve the judgment they get. Right, what part's this?
Okay.
I once carried some valuable jewelry halfway around the world. My wife and I were going to New Zealand. Friends of ours in England were wanting to send something, I think it was a necklace, to another part of the family. They didn't want to entrust it to the ordinary mail, so they asked us if we would take it and deliver for them. This was in the days before the airlines were quite so suspicious about people transporting packages on behalf of others. But even so, we were alarmed. What if it got lost on the way? But we knew and liked the people and agreed. Fortunately, the jewelry made the journey with us safe and sound, and was delivered at the other end. So, Charlie.
Yep.
So the Jews were entrusted with the Bible,
Yes.
the oracles, the prophecies of God.
Yes.
So what was the important piece? Was it the oracles or was it the Jews? Actually, the oracles. Their importance was connected to the promise, the covenant of God.
How dare you, Jews?
No, don't say it like that. Let's definitely not say it like that. But it's definitely a misunderstanding when you think you are elevated higher above everyone else because of your importance. It'll be like
saying, oh, I'm better at GPO. It'll be like saying that.
But we knew and liked the people and agreed. Fortunately, the jewelry made the journey with us safe and sound and was delivered at the other end. Now, of course, we could have claimed that the jewelry had been lost and secretly kept it for ourselves or sold it. We would have been under suspicion, but we might have got away with it. The fact that we didn't do that was because we had been entrusted, and we were eager to be faithful to that trust. One of the ways people describe this sort of transaction is to say that we have been entrusted with something. The point about being entrusted is that the thing that's been given to you isn't actually for you. It's for the person to whom you're supposed to deliver it. Once you grasp that principle, this passage, which some have found very difficult, become comparatively easy. Paul's point in verse 2 is that the Jewish people, his own people, have been entrusted by God with his oracles. He uses an unusual word here, perhaps to indicate a divine message in general, and perhaps to recognize the fact that whereas the Gentiles were not expecting anything like the Jewish law, they were often eager for oracles from some divinity or other. The Jews were truly called to be the light of the world, to hold in trust God's message for his entire creation. And they were supposed to deliver the message, to fulfill the trust, to demonstrate to the world that God was God. But they had failed. They had kept the message all to themselves. Imagine that was simply a charter, a privilege for them as a nation, as though a postman were to regard his bag of mail as a sign of what an important person he was, and therefore to refuse to deliver it. So the Jews' job was to share the message of the good news of.
What did they do?
But they hold it. That was the whole point about that was like one of the charges against the Jews. And it's actually one of the parables of Jesus is you bury. There's like this whole thing about tenants and servants, and one of the servants buries the money that he was entrusted. To keep it away from others. But when it comes to this good hope that we have,
don't do that.
We share it.
Other than the Jews, they're like, well, I want to give it to myself.
Well, again, there are faithful Jews and not faithful Jews. And what happens is when the error happens, when we feel like what has been entrusted to us to share is only for us and not for others.
But it's
So,
not like that. It's for others too.
so we have been trusted with the good news of Jesus.
Yeah.
And so
We have to share it.
we have to share it right. It's wrong to think that we should hold it for ourselves.
That's just not okay.
And they were supposed to deliver the message, to fulfill the trust, to demonstrate to the world that God was God. But they have failed. They have kept the message all to themselves, imagining that it was simply a charter of privilege for them as a nation, as though a postman were to regard his bag of mail as a sign of what an important person he was, and therefore to refuse to deliver it. Some, like the prodigal son in Jesus' story, had sold the valuable things entrusted them and had spent the money. That's the point Paul makes. But the only point in being a messenger is that you deliver the message as instructed. Going around giving yourself airs as the messenger may look impressive for a short while, but when you don't fulfill your commission, it begins to look very odd. And Paul's charge against his fellow Jews, against his own self, is exactly in line with the words of Israel's ancient prophets. Israel has been faithless, a useless messenger. So what is God to do? God's name, according to Isaiah, has been maligned, blasphemed, maligned. Is that how you say it?
I think my line's the right way.
Has been maligned, blasphemed among the nations. Instead of being praised, not only have the nations not received the right message, they have deduced a wrong one, namely that God of Israel is a bad God, to be vilified and ridiculed, but God will remain faithful to his original intention. Not only is his faithfulness not abolished by Israel's faithlessness, he will continue with the original plan. What he needs and what he will himself provide is a faithful Israelite who will at last carry out the commission. For that, we must wait 2 more sections. What is the rest of the present one about? Once Paul had written the end of chapter 2, he was bound to face the question he asked here at the beginning of chapter 3. If God is creating a new covenant people who are to be called Jew, despite not necessarily being Jewish, and to be referred to as the circumcision, despite many of them not being circumcised, then what indeed is the point of being Jewish or being circumcised? We might expect the answer none at all. Indeed, some have thought that it was only residual Jewish national pride which prevented Paul drawing that conclusion. But this is shallow. He continues to believe his whole understanding of God, the world, and the gospel is based on the belief that when God made covenant promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he met them, and that in Jesus the Messiah he has kept them, and that by the Holy Spirit he'll keep them fully and finally. Paul has not abandoned the idea of Israel as God's chosen people. He cannot explain how it all fits together, but when he returns to the same question at the start of chapter 9, he will at last be able to set things out on a broader canvas. His main point, which we have already touched on, is the fact that though Israel has indeed been faithless to God's commission to be his messengers, God goes on being faithful to his promise. And setting this out in verse 4, he quotes from Psalms. One of the Psalms 51:6. Surely you desire integrity in the inner self, and you teach me wisdom deep within. One of the great Psalms of penitence, which acknowledges that God is indeed in the right, even though humans, including Israel, have sinned drastically. But the idea of God being in the right, with humans being in the wrong, makes it sound for a moment as though God and human, or perhaps God and Israel, are simply opposing parties in a lawsuit. This was the mistake of Job, who imagined that he and God were locked in a legal battle which he, Job, ought to win. It was equally the mistake of Job's comforters, who imagined the same legal battle and insisted that God must win. The point of the book of Job is to say that both are wrong, since God is not ultimately a party in a lawsuit with humans or with Israel. God remains sovereign and transcendent over even those issues which we find most perplexing. The problem with seeing God and Israel as opposing parties in the lawsuits. What's up?
Are those fans?
Yeah.
They don't even look like fans. They look like coolers, like rainbow RGB coolers.
I mean, that's kind of what they are. They are bringing cool air into.
But not like that. So, like, it's not exactly like the cooler.
Oh, you're talking about right there?
Yeah.
Oh, that top part? Yeah. So what that does, the water cooling, is it moves water into like a reservoir, which is right above the fans.
Well, not real water.
It's not. It's like a mixed solution, and what it does, it is a solution in there that that can't get electrified. So it's like probably like some sort of like salt-based or oil-based water.
I mean, salt water tends to be quite electrically conductive.
my bad.
If anything, it might be pure water, because pure water is almost completely unconductive, funny enough. It's just once you have some impurities, it gets a lot better at it.
I did not know that. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
I'll give it.
The problem with seeing God and Israel as opposing parties in a lawsuit is then that God, when he judges the world and condemns the wicked, might look as though he's acting as judge in his own case. This cannot be the right way to look at things. God must be the judge. This in turn raises another possible objection. When Israel fails to deliver the message so that God has to find a new way of showing his faithfulness, that merely makes God's truthfulness stand out all the more brightly, doesn't it? So why should God then be cross with Israel for not doing what was required? Indeed, one of the oldest jibs in the book. Why not simply do what is wrong so that God, in putting it right, can be seen to be all the greater? Clearly, some people had listened with half an ear to Paul's teaching, had heard him talk about free forgiveness and justification by faith, and had mocked him with the charge that he was saying people might as well do evil so that good may come. Paul has a quick answer for them. In their case, at least, judgment will be seen to be just. These last three verses sometimes sound like mere intellectual banter. Many people, many Christians indeed, don't normally think in this ping-pong style of argument and get puzzled to find Paul wrestling in this way. But three concluding reflections may be in order. First, it is important to think things through. We may not always be able to understand God and his way with the world, but we must not shirk the intellectual challenge that meets us at every point. If we are to love God with our minds as well as with our hearts, soul, and strength, it is important to follow the arguments through as far as we can see, while always having humility to recognize that we may not be able to see around the corner into the innermost secrets. Second, Paul needs to face these questions, but instantly is not ready to deal with them properly just yet. When we get to chapter 9, we will find the same set of questions. What happened to Israel? Has God been true to his promises? Is God, in fact, unjust? Why does God still condemn people? When we get there, however, we find them set out at more length. Paul can discuss them more fully in the light of what he has said in the intervening chapters. Romans is like a great symphony. The present passage is a little flash of music which looks ahead to a much fuller statement, for which the themes that come in between will have prepared the way. Third, Paul cannot and dare not leave anyone with the impression that being a Jew, a member of God's covenant people, was after all a side issue. There was plenty of people in Rome, not least we may suspect some of the Gentile Christians, who would have been quite happy to draw that conclusion. And Paul resists them throughout this letter. Not only would such a conclusion be wrong in principle and damaging the Christian attitudes towards as yet unbelieving Jews, it will cut the ground from under Paul's very gospel. The whole point, as we shall see later on in this chapter, is that in the Messiah Jesus, God has found the way to be true to his original promises. Jesus, as Israel's representative, has offered the faithful obedience which Israel should have offered but did not. The Messiah is the messenger who finally delivered the message. So, remember we talked about how Israel's job was to share the good news of God to the nations.
And what did they do?
Well, and to be like, to reflect his goodness, to live that goodness, but none of them couldn't.
Yeah.
You simply can't do that fully.
Yeah.
And so then Yahweh sent himself, his son, to be the true Israelite who can live that out.
Yeah.
And then living that out to the nations, he then becomes also the hope to the nations, as he also is the hope to his people.
Yes.
Isn't that good stuff?
Yeah.
All right, we can start. What do you think, David? Is that good stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. Thinking as Israel's representative. Oh, you've been detected as idol. Oh, I see. Lumber, 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 lumber. No, I need some for another mission. For this mission.
Some
I
point,
have
I
more.
suppose.
I have more than enough timber. Never mind.
I suppose I'm going to need to go chop up a bunch of wood at some point as well. Just need to make more charcoal.
Luckily, charcoal's pretty easy.
Yeah, I just need a lot of it.
Alright. Where are you, David?
I am currently... Yeah, I'm still in Brightwood. Yep, poking around, just trying to knock out the quests.
Alright. Here, I'll mark. If you go here... Okay, where did my mouse go? There it is. Okay, why when I click the screen... There we go. There we go. Okay, there's Brightwood. If you go here... What the heck? Why won't you let me mark the map? No, it's just a basic mouse cursor I see. So on Brightwood, if you look to the right, so to east of Brightwood, there's a mission there about pretty much about bears. There's like bear icons.
All right.
If you start doing that, northeast, so northeast. I see it's north of you, east. It's to the right of the Brightwood town. That's where it wants you to easily defeat those 4 bears, and you have to go fight the elite. And I thought that'd be a fun thing to do together.
Oh, that quest. Yeah, that bear kind of kicked my butt when I tried solo.
So you already have the bear quest?
Yes.
Sweet. I was like, in my previous run, like I'm pretty much like at the space where I stopped last time I played. And so this is not my, so we're like just almost past where I was last time. let's quickly. I'll do a
Let's
couple of
play it
turn-ins here and
safe
then
for a
go
bit.
east.
Get those disease stacks to fall off so I can drink a potion and actually have it do something.
Oh, hi there. Yes. Let's see. I trust you've heard at least some of the
Okay.
history of Brightwood?
The big boy's dead. Anything else I
same as
need
it
to
does
do in the
everywhere
immediate
else.
area? No. Where's the
Head
turn?
Cleric
it's
Pennyfather
back up
only
there.
remembers that the Inquisitors ultimately became lost themselves.
Alright, I'm going to get the story quest turned in and then I'll go join you.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm just doing some turns town. So yeah, let me know when you're ready to go fight that bear together.
Look at this.
Boom. 2 levels in one day.
It's
Nice.
true that the Inquisition in Brightwood ultimately failed, but they knew
to
how to
harvesting
fight the
100 already.
lost.
Oh well.
Several, in fact. Not in name, but in effectiveness.
Alright. Actually,
There it is.
call it in.
Certainly not going to leave these earth crags behind if I'm basically tripping on them. I'm gonna tripping over them.
Oh yeah. And I have a bunch of stone that I just need to mill down. I was like, oh, I'll might as well do that. So that stuff is a true inventory weight holder.
Oh yeah. Admittedly, yeah. Harvesting skinning output can definitely pile up as well. Yeah. It seems like higher level stuff just gives so much raw height per kill.
Oh yeah. And like so much experience.
Yep.
I was taking out the bears earlier, skinning them. It was like half a level per bear I skinned.
Skinning is such an easy skill to level up just by, skinning what I kill. I've hit max level in it.
You're max level in skinning already?
Just because I skin everything I kill, and while I'm going from point to point, I tend to take shots at any wildlife I see along the way.
Yeah, that's where you
or at least to be the relevant ones.
That's where you and Charlie, like, he gets mad at me because I just run by them and I just ignore them. Oh, anything I kill, I always skin, but I don't go out on my way to kill.
I mean, I'm definitely going to take shots at elk and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Venison's a valuable resource.
Yeah, Corey.
I mean, I understand ignoring stuff like rabbits and turkeys. Basically get nothing out of them, but though I suppose right now turkeys are a bit higher priority.
I get so much money from turkeys. It's nice. I mean, it's after school with his mom. Like, gotta respect the distance. All right, I'm gonna just throw stuff in my box.
You mean big chest?
Trying to find the barricade. It's not the Stock of Shame.
I've already told you where you should go.
Yeah, I could have swore. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Papa Bear, the elite.
Yeah. Well, that's like I said, I'm not playing that game.
Okay.
I've burned out of it already.
Which one?
Oh, it's called Grand Peace Online. It's a Roblox game. It's the true definition of grind. Like, people think this game's grindy. That game will give you a run for your money. How grindy it is.
Oh, unfortunately, there don't appear to be any waypoints very close to the bear cave.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a bit of a hike ahead of me.
Yep, I'm joining.
All of my old Roblox friends
Boy, slimy twist caps.
Mm.
tried going to public.
I'm gonna need to make a point of harvesting every harvest node I see right now.
All right,
Because I'm at 59 harvesting.
all right, I'm
So
coming
close
up,
to that breakpoint.
traveling up, and then we'll run towards and fight a big bear. I'm excited to fight this bear. Hmm. Oh, there's two bears. There's one like in the little bit lower level area, and I don't think you've done this bear char in Brightwood.
This game has a lot of bears.
Bears.
Slimy, look at what these twist tap spirals are good for.
I always love it when you go to a town board and you already have the stuff that it's requesting, and so it just pop up free levels. All right, on my way to bears.
Oh gosh, dude. 80,000 bounty. Wow. Takes a million years to grind for 80,000 bounty.
Oh, I need to go south. It's like a big long walk away. I might need to do a gathering duda once we join up.
All right.
All right, catching up.
For surely.
This place is infected. Alright.
Ah, wonderful. Found what appears to be a star metal vein. So I'm going to hit that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that should give you plenty of time to catch up, because that stuff does not mine fast.
I just keep on looking at the star mill. I'm like, oh, I want you. I'm like 90 something percent.
Oh my gosh, those were in 30.
Nice.
Not 97 like
Levels.
Yeah. It's like any gathering game where it's like those last few levels close to it is so takes a
Painful.
bit. Yeah.
Meteors. Meteors will never win.
Why you gather that? I'm actually. Oh, I can't mark. I'm going to go to the Greyvale Grotto, that little bear place right next to you. There is silver in there, and I'm just going to gather that.
Well, this is getting finished up, and the whole point of harvesting star metal was so you could catch up.
Oh, okay. I thought there's definitely
you are.
other star metal around there. There's more than just that
Alright.
vein.
Well, if we're going to do some harvesting, at least let's do a doodad first so that we can mine faster.
Oh, good call. Oh. Not that one. Oh, here we go.
He's invited.
Oh, yeah. And then, oh, you're moving back and forth. That does not help. There you go.
With the frequency of the notes that the drumming sounds like, there really should be inputs way more frequently than I'm currently putting them in.
Did you put it expert?
was set by, yeah, by the leader.
I just didn't know. Probably. I just, what I'm first doing is just getting gold star on everything under easy whenever I have to sing, and then I'll start putting up the challenge.
I mean, I just run it on expert because expert's still not very difficult.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
I'm not a wizard like you. I don't have rhythm. Really just puts it down.
And apparently you do get the full rewards for for doing it on easy.
Yeah, that's why. Oh, is the silver gone? The silver is gone. All right, to the big bear.
Right. Let me tag out my weapons for my tanking gear because I had my gun equipped, and I don't think I'm going to want that for this fight. That bear's going to be in my face the whole time.
Well, my healing is actually really good now, so I have enough to, and I've also respect, and so that you'll have this long healing procs on you.
Okay.
By the way, Star Metal.
Oh yes.
When you get distracted, I'll gather. I see some nodes on my map up here.
Do you have a mod or something that's telling you where nodes are? Because
no,
I'm not seeing them on. All right.
Well, my map always tells me, like, it's not from a mod, but on my map it tells me where. I think if you gathered it before, it tells you on your map.
For the nodes of interest.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Because yeah, I have seen like the markers for the various elemental.
Yeah, the Star Metal
nodes,
I saw while running.
Mhm.
All right, I'll let you aggro.
That bear hurts.
Oh yeah. Stay in my circle.
I am currently pinned between a bear and a wall.
There you go. If you can, like, I can heal you if you stay, oh. My light attacks heal you if I can, so I can hit him and heal you at the same time.
Bird stomp. Nope, and I broke. the last one, because otherwise I'll break. And break anyways, because I just kept... What?
It's a lot easier than the first time I went up against this guy in the last round because none of us are healers. And so a lot of dodging. One person aggroes while the other reses. That kind of thing.
Suppose having someone who's a dedicated tank helps.
Yeah, dedicated tank and dedicated healer is a classic trinity.
Well, right now it's just a pair, not really a
That's
trinity
true,
yet,
classic
but...
pair right now, yeah. Yeah, definitely you being that focused tank is a big help. It's trying to keep a DPS alive. It's quite painful.
In the butt. Gotta at least occasionally manage to get swat in, otherwise he'll decide that you look tastier. Ah, I've been doing this wrong. Yep. Turns out the sword and board is what you want to be using for blocking because, surprise, surprise, blocking with a shield costs less stamina than blocking with a hatchet. Shocking, I know. Now the bear is starting to act weird and not follow his animations properly. That makes blocking harder.
Yep.
Alright. Take the bag. Excellent.
Oh, hello bag. I thought I was getting the bag. Bear blood.
Bear blood?
And there you go. A pretty good loot right there. Of star
A large
metal.
lump of star metal.
That is a good, lots of star metal right there.
Oh yeah, it's a good vein. Admittedly, there's a lot of star metal in some of the low level areas.
Oh yeah.
I assume it's there so that there's just something for high level people to do when they're escorting some low level friend.
Mm-hmm. Hello, fancy wood.
Oh, nice.
Can't wait I'm in the place where I can start making star metal gathering stuff to make this go by a lot faster.
Yeah, my gathering skills aren't quite there yet. No, I may have enough material to make a good attempt at getting there. I'll have to check my stockpiles. I'm definitely getting enough star metal and wired wood that I should be able to make quite a few attempts at those tools to try to fish up good modifiers.
That'd be cool.
And then there'll be plenty left over to give to everyone we know.
Yes, friend? I don't think so. He's gonna have to look him up on the wiki. I don't think Logan drops a weapon.
He dropped a metal jaw.
Yeah, he drops a jaw, but that's not a weapon. That's just a plus health jaw.
This looks like a good corner to cram my character into where no hostiles are going to get to them while I take care of business. I shall be right back.
Let's get down to business. Alright, bro, I'm gonna leave in 27 minutes. The saddest runs of them.
Done then. That monstrosity of a bear gone. You're a brave soul, and a hardy one too. All right, I'll work up the nerve and go back home. If they turn on me again, I don't know. Guess I'll end up like Susan.
Alright, I am back.
Woohoo!
I see you are back in town.
Yeah, I just ran back. Turned in, ran back.
Makes sense.
I have a simple tea. So I have a mission on the bottom right. That I'll just be doing. Or I could actually just, whatever you want to do. If you want to focus on the main mission, I'll just run around with you while you do that.
That's currently my plan. Just try to hammer out main mission so I can catch up.
Sounds good. All right, let me know. You're gonna have to mark where your next main mission's at, so I can just be around the area because I don't feel like restarting the game and the cursor part's broken right now for me.
Fair enough. Marked on the map.
Okay, sweet. Okay, right there. Oh yeah, that's a simple talk. So.
All right, and then after that, I'm going to be traveling yet further west. There is a really nearby waypoint, but unfortunately, it's not one I've got. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not talking to someone, but if it's like fighting something, like, you know, a lot more interactive than just talking, then let me know and I'll make my way to where you're at.
Fair. To pin my talkie objective so I can actually see it on the map properly. But you're right, that's just a talking mission. Do still need to turn in Papa Bear though. So I'm going to go do that.
Yeah. A good deal of XP from that one.
Makes sense. The elite enemies, the elite missions tend to pay out pretty well from what I've seen.
Yeah, and you're also, what, ×2 now experience? You have that rest bonus?
For now. But
Yeah.
the rest bonus will get expended soon enough.
Yeah.
One way or another.
The probability of using I feel like it's pretty high.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd give it good odds. Bear cave. There's no silver here. Oh, actually, nope, there is silver. Wait. Nope, that's just a piece of geometry that looked a lot like. Okay, it is silver, but my game took forever to.
It's so nice to be at level to be able to like harvest from these wood dogs.
Oh yes. It feels bad leaving that loot on the table.
Yeah. Man, they look so. Man, that has some good anime. Like those dogs, just like they really good design on those dogs.
Yep. Some plant dogs show up a lot. Just plant dogs in particular are a very common creature to show up in games, and they always look really cool. Guild Wars Sylvan Hounds, this game's Wirewood Hounds. They look neat. I like it. Bears didn't want to get murdered repeatedly. They shouldn't have built their cave somewhere where there's silver to be harvested.
Stop making caves in caves. Where there's rocks.
Not getting towards my objective very fast because I keep encountering harvest nodes that I want to harvest.
Yeah. I get it. I'm the same way.
Apparently unlocked platinum veins. I think I've encountered those once.
So I'm guessing your mining's in 70?
No, I just hit
actually, never mind. Platinum. Your mining's a lot higher than mine because obviously you can do star metal.
Yes, for whatever reason, platinum is unlocked at 110.
Nothing like collecting tea from the dead earth people.
Of course. The tea harvested by dead people is just better than normal tea. You can taste their wailing souls in every sip.
Wailing Soul Tea coming to a crypt near you.
Yeah, look for it in the mummy dust aisle.
Do you have them then? Yes. These leaves are perfect. The tea I can brew from these leaves. Well, I am not even sure of all of its properties. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do not mean to be rude, but these leaves... they are too bitter. I will only gag if I attempt to consume such a brew. I will need something to sweeten my specialty.
Truth. I suspect that Star Metal is a real...
not to partake in the sweet product
is
of
not
the
actually
Aporia.
going to sell that well on the
The
market
trees
just
from the
because
South caverns will yield lush sugar sap.
it's
But
it's a very
the
easy ore to
Angry Earth
find.
Bear are
The
very protective.
the only real barrier is the harvest level.
Are you saying like Star Metal is going to be cheap on the? Oh, what's first impression of the Void Heal combo for leveling? What's the first say, David? Are you saying Star Metal's not that cheap?
Yeah,
It's pretty cheap.
I suspect that Star Metal is going to be fairly cheap on the market, simply because, though levels are a barrier, the ore itself is very easy to find, and so the price is only ever going to go down as more and more people get the ability to harvest it.
I will double your reward. Try
On
to
the other hand,
harness
the
few of
ingots I
Angry Earth
suspect
as
are going to stay
possible.
valuable,
They act only
because you
from
need steel to make those, which in turn requires iron. And there's never enough iron.
Hey, Alan, answer your question. Healing Void to leveling. I think in hindsight, I should have done Void and another intellect-based weapon, because yes, I never die, but then it takes a while. It takes a good chunk of time to take things out. And that's if I'm doing leveling without dungeoning. It's nice when I have to dungeon or do group events and I can be the guild, because like not last Friday, but the Friday before, we did a bunch of corrupted nodes, and it was pretty nice because I could just keep on applying big circle heals to keep the party, our little tag. Sorry?
Ragtag?
Ragtag, yeah, that's the word I'm thinking of. Our little ragtag group was able to pump out nodes that are way above our level. Way above some of our people's level.
Admittedly, my build is a mess right now, because I'm spec fully into dexterity, which, well, that's good for damage. I probably need more constitution to be able to tank properly.
Yeah.
But since I'm doing a lot of content solo right now, running around in the world doing stuff, I kind of need that damage. So once we clear out a lot of the open world content, I'm probably going to be respecing it into mostly con with a side of dex. But for now, I'm mostly going to be dex. Yeah, have more damage, but struggle a bit more with the tanking.
Yeah, for me, like, I was able to bring up my focus to a place where I feel like the last node on focus is kind of useless. You're trying not to get your MP that low. I mean, it might be really good. I'm just misreading it. Harvest less sugar from the young trees
It
on the left
basically
side.
looks like it's saying that you can empty out your MP and then it's going to come back really fast.
Yeah.
Which essentially means that once per minute you can go Nova without real consequences.
That's a good point. And all the things are always suggesting just max out your main stat and then just put a little bit in the second stat and then just put tons in con. But I'm guessing if you're tanking though, you want a lot in con. I'm suspecting.
Yeah.
This is the lush
I mean,
highway.
it's very nice having all those perks from High Deck, especially since I really do a lot of skinning and stuff.
Oh, I bet. I bet your skinning goes really fast.
On the other hand, those last couple nodes, I'm not sure how much they really matter to me, because yeah, a bonus to random crits against stun, slows, or rooted enemies. That's nice, but honestly, in my experience, enemies don't spend that much time under one of those death effects. And so the uptime on that buff wouldn't be that much. And yeah, another bonus is getting speed is cool and all. And then the final node, well, once per 10 seconds I get a guaranteed crit because guaranteed crits after dodge on a 10-second cooldown. If I'm tanking, I'm going to be wanting to dodge fairly often just because sometimes dodging is cheaper than blocking.
Especially when they're doing those full heavy charge attacks.
Yep. Though, admittedly, when you're sword and board, it's less often that the attacks are worth dodging. Because it needs like 40 stamina to dodge.
Oh, yeah.
But blocking even most heavy attacks tends to hit maybe the upper 30s.
Yeah.
It's only like the super heavy ones that make even sword and board blocking not worth it.
For a while I had it where I get mana every time I'm blocking an attack. And so it was like, I don't know why. I don't know what game trained me to dodge, never think of block, and so I've like had to retrain my brain.
Dark Souls and a lot of games like it very much encourage dodging over blocking. And I mean, it makes some sense that they would design it that way. Dodging. Dodging is a higher risk action because you've got a fairly small window for it to work, and if you mess it up, you take the full hit. Whereas with blocking, you just kind of hold your shield up and you're going to block it. So dodging kind of needs to have a higher payout. Namely, negating the hit for less resources, typically. But I find blocking to be very useful because oftentimes, you're fighting enemies that you don't necessarily know the patterns of yet.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to avoid damage from them even when you're not sure exactly when their attacks are going to hit.
Please tell me you were able to get the lush sugar sap. Yes, this will do.
That and blocking oftentimes lets you retaliate faster than dodging does, because you tend to be committed to the dodge rolls. Well, with blocking, you can usually attack a couple moments after their attack hits your shield.
I was just going to say, there's like something about these games, like any game with like a good images of food always make me hungry. You ever play Final Fantasy?
While you were away, I took
it's
the
the
time
boy
to
band
study
one. I
these
think it's
leaves more
14.
closely,
Or the
and
15? No,
I
15.
discovered an unfortunate
I haven't played
truth.
any Final Fantasies in
The
a very
tea of
long
the
time.
angry earth is more complex than I thought.
I think I never even got around to playing 7. I think either 4 or 6. Yeah, 4 and 6 are I think the only ones I've played through to
If the
completion.
angry earth weren't so cruel, I would not be in such a position. They hoard their secrets, even from their allies.
They were both good games though.
Oh yeah. 4 is the one with Cain, the White Knight and the Dark Knight thing, right?
Yep. 4's the one with with Cain and I want to say Cecil.
Yeah. My brain, since I was originally introduced to those games on the Super Nintendo, the numbering is off on the Super Nintendo than it is on the on the actual
everything
time.
else.
Yeah.
There are some
But yeah,
few of us
Cain
on
and Cecil
Eternum
was
have
4, and then
enjoyed
6
the
was
Angry Earth's
the one
trust.
with Terra,
Then
Loke,
I
and
lost
a
their
dozen
favor
others.
many years
Yeah,
ago.
and Kefka as the main villain.
Since then, I have spent every moment hoping to regain it.
They've been in talks of, you know, doing a remastered version of 6, and I'll be so game. That game will be so amazing and 3D rendered.
Considering that
Yes.
anymore, they
I suppose there is
would
no
probably
harm in
insist on
telling
doing
you
it
the
as
truth.
a
To complete the tea, I
as
need
a
Adelphian tubers.
a real-time
They are
combat
carried by the shamans in the
remake. I
Verdant
wonder how they
Cavern.
would approach the whole
Get them, and I will be
giant
redeemed.
cast of characters who you all that you're supposed to be able to at least nominally have control over at all times.
He's being sarcastic. Oh, little Brohim likes to be in that game where it's like all the bosses have like a 1% chance of dropping an item.
Yuck. You're gonna have your boss drop rare loot. Make it so that in order to get the rare loot, you have to defeat the boss in an exceptionally difficult way or something, rather than just make it.
Oh yeah, it's a true item
bunch it
grind
100
here. Okay, so from after Logan, so you got Star Clown Buggy who drops his cape for 10% drop. Then you have Gorilla King who drops his crown. This is all like this is like garbage accessories. This is like early level garbage accessories, 5%. All right, so okay, now the Tomo drums, 1% drop from the Thunder God. Gravity Cap.
I see.
Okay, we got first do like actual like Neptune Crown, 5% drop. Marine Base 5. Okay, Slayer's Mask, 1% drop chance from Sea Serpent. Slayer's Armor, 1% drop chance from Sea Serpent. Oh man.
And I'm assuming a lot of these are items that are quite necessary in order to be kitted out for late game content.
Oh yeah. The low chance ones are definitely the ones that give you the stamina regen. And stamina regen that you want be able to spam your abilities pretty much.
Stamina is king.
Yep.
Alright.
I can't, like 5%, 1%, I just can't do. It's like, and then you have to like wait for the boss to respawn. I just can't do a system where you have to fight, wait, and wait, fight, wait, and wait. It's just, my brain dies in itself.
Yep. I know you're already rather intolerant of grinding, but grinding where you're not even doing anything for most of it? Ugh.
I just been spoiled by early days Final Fantasy. You kill it and you're done. Kill the boss, you're done.
I'm not sure if spoiled would be the word I would use. I would say more, you don't tolerate the bullshit of modern games.
You're right. And just remind you, language, my friend.
Right, sorry.
I know. Just, thank you. Wait about a few hours. And let it rip!
Yeah, my opinion is that it's all well and good to expect people to refight stuff, but only if it's because you expect them to try to figure out how to do that fight better than before, rather than just do it a bunch for the sake of doing it a bunch.
Yeah, I don't mind like learning mechanics and enjoying that with a friend. Huh? go here, defeat. Okay. It literally looks like I just need to go into the cave. That's what's happening. I got into talking to you, and I'm like, okay, just start hopping on top of the hill instead of just going into the hill. Now, I never really got a chance to get into a Dark Souls game. Is there a lot of grinding in that?
Very little. There are some enemies that have poor drop rates, but for the most part, items of interest are guaranteed drops from whatever does drop them. It's mostly secondary weaponry that, or specific armor pieces that are rare to get, but they're never necessary to seek out. That being said, if you plan on doing PvP, you sometimes might need to go through the trouble to acquire one of them, because sometimes it's the weapons you wouldn't expect that turn out to be really good for fighting other people. It's less about the numbers that they put out and more like the particular details of that weapon's attack sequence and reach and all those fiddly little bits. And sometimes it turns out that that one broadsword that is dropped by the knights in that particular manner is just perfect for some purpose.
I hear a story of experience from that.
I never actually got into PvP. I was basically just making something up for the sake of an example. A somewhat more real life example that I can think of. Well, not real life, but real example I can think of though.
Something you experienced.
I had looked into finding a dagger from some ghosts very early into Dark Souls because I had gotten lost and took a wrong turn and wound up in an area I really wasn't supposed to be in. And this particular area, I assumed that I thought I was going the right way despite things utterly kicking my butt because I was thinking, it's Dark Souls has got a reputation for being very hard, so clearly I just need to get good. But, so there are these ghosts, and they're immune to non-magical attacks. I had some basic spell casting, so I was able to use that to chip down a handful, but that would run out pretty quickly. And there were some jars near the entrance that got me a small number of items that would temporarily enchant my weapons, allowing me to hit the ghosts. Now, I did not realize it at the time that this was such a rare drop, but fairly early on, like within the first dozen ghosts I had fought my way through, one of them dropped this dagger. Not the best weapon, very short range, attacked quickly, damage was somewhat mediocre, but importantly, it counted as magic damage. I thought that this was just something that you were expected to get in this pretty early on here, before those magic bath salts or whatever they were ran out. It turns out that was like a 1% drop from the ghosts.
Oh, wow.
Just
you got pepperoni. Nice.
Yeah, it's completely unnecessary to get stuff like that. By the time that you're supposed to go into that particular area, you would have had plenty of opportunity to just enchant one of your weapons with a modifier that would let them hit a ghost, or find one of the numerous inherently magic weapons that you should find along the way. But worked out. I was able to delve quite a bit deeper into that zone before I ran to a roadblock because, I kind of wasn't supposed to be there yet, and so I just didn't have something I needed to continue.